no. You already know what it is. Alright. I just did like 4 reviews before this. I'm doing Black Widow. Life is swell. You gotta live it up, peoples. Live it up. Do all that living it up. This light hat and this white shirt has me looking sexy, even though I'm always sexiest, making me look, I don't know, irresistible. Oh. Anyhow, I'm doing Black Widow. Excuse me. Black Widow's a good movie. Let me just say, honestly, like, if Black Widow was, for one, all that slander that women can't make a good movie, sexist, stupid Hollywood BS. They should make more movies with more women, especially as female women main stars. Got some people walking with their dogs about. Nice, good, hardy nature walk stuff and the foresty stuff. Anyhow, Black Widow is a good movie. Honestly, I don't even like the Black Widow character, but this movie made me like the Black Widow character. I don't like the Wonder Woman character, but the Wonder Woman movies were good enough. But I just don't like the character of Wonder Woman, so watching the movie, I'm like, I still don't really care about the character. But Wonder Woman was a good stuff. People out here driving and living their life while I'm recording. I'm kidding. No, it's fine. Scarlett Johansson, A-lister, A-plus lister, whatever you want to call it. Scarlett Johansson, straight up killer when it comes to making good stuff. Margot Robbie, Denzel Washington, stinking Johnny Depp. We're talking about the cream of the crop, the top of the list. The best of the best. Scarlett Johansson is Kate Winslet. Scarlett Johansson is there, and she deserves to be there. One of the best actors of this like present time, I would say, is singing Zendaya. Singing, what's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis is top tier actor as well, even though I don't really like care about his stuff that much. Marlon Brando, top tier actor. Ingrid Bergman, top tier actor. Yeah, these are the top of the list, top of the best actors ever. And Scarlett Johansson is easily top 15 greatest actor of all time. There's no argument. I don't care. Whatever pick you got, Scarlett Johansson deserves to be in the top 15 because of, even though she kind of has a saying like, quiet, controlling, very seductive, kind of interesting character in a lot of different films. She is an A-lister, and she can play different characters convincingly. She does that. Angelina Jolie also is probably, if I had a top 25 list, in that top 25, because she's really, really good. I thought, I didn't know any better when they were talking about the era of just like Jessica Alba and Megan Fox, just actors that just look pretty. But Jessica Alba, Megan Fox, they're all great actors who can act. Let's not play around here. They're really, really good. All of them. Every single one of them. Megan Fox is a really good actor. And I really, really, really like Angelina Jolie at acting. I think she's better than Brad Pitt. And I would prefer Angelina Jolie over Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt had 1 or 2 good movies. And he's really a good ensemble character. But he's not really a good main character in any movies. Like, he's not like, in Seven he was ensemble. In Fight Club, technically he's ensemble. Just thinking, what's his face? The only part where he was the main character was Troy, and even then, he wasn't really the main character of Troy, so, just saying. You know, Brad Pitt's not A-lister 1, he's more like B-plus supreme lister, you know, but he's not like A-lister. He's just, I guess people think, I don't think he's that attractive, but I'm a male, so I don't really know, or I'm a straight male, so I don't really know, but I don't think he's like drop dead gorgeous, like different actors. I feel like I see the George Clooney and things like that, but yeah. But anyways, let me but I'm just saying, like, don't respect women if they want to act, and because there's a lot of hype that women couldn't make a banger film, and this is a banger film. the only down part about just Black Widow, the MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe Black Widow, is that it kind of got screwed by being put out so late. Because you're just kind of used to the Marvel formula of movies and big action set pieces and all that stuff. You're kind of just accustomed to it. So you're not really like, oh, wow, this is nothing new. Had it come out sooner and earlier, it would have been a firebomb. And it would have been top 7 in all of Marvel movies. But it didn't come out top 7. But I still think it's top 15 in Marvel movies. I think you have to say it because it's just... Like, when you really think about it, just Scarlett Johansson is she has that magic of all the A-listers do. When you watch a top tier actor, an A-lister, you watch them and you want to keep watching throughout the whole time. They're interesting, they're very engaging, and they're able to present their character very well. You believe at the character. Like, when you're talking about pro wrestling, when pro wrestling is at its best, you forget that it's acting, that it's choreographed, that someone's predetermined to win, and you just watch magic happen. And that's what happens when you watch A-listers. Scarlett Johansson, without a doubt, without question, is an A-lister with a series of bangers. She does it again in this movie. This Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff, great. Florence Pugh is the actor. She plays Yelena Belova. Rachel Weisz plays Melinda Vostokov. And Olga Kurylenko is the actress. She plays Taskmaster, does a good job. Or they also call her Antonia, but Taskmaster, the superhero that replicates all your moves. David Harbour is always a fun guy. He's been in a couple movies. He's in Stranger Things, and he's good in that. He plays Alexei Shostakova. And like actually I had to write it down because these actors did a good job. It was fun. The story's good. You know, it's not like a crazy original story, but the movie's just so well done. Basically, you have these children who are basically selected by Russia with special abilities, and they're basically farmed to be these great super spies. And another one of the Russian spies is David Harbour's character, Alexei Shostakova. And he's forced basically to pretend to be his family so they could spy. And for Scarlett Johansson's character, Natasha Romanoff, when they're all kids, when all these characters are kids, that's the only real family they have until Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow, joins the Avengers. And that's abundantly and clearly and well told, like through the storytelling aspect that's told throughout the entire Marvel movies, that the Avengers are her family, you know, and I care about that, and I remember it because they made me care about it, and it's important in this film as well, where, you know, they demonstrate what it's kind of another origin story of a big character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the MCU is Natasha Romanoff, and you get to see what the family that she thought was real, and it was real, you know, because they were there, you know, and it may have been acting, but they were all together doing family things and enjoying each other's company, you know. So even though it was a manufactured and false creation, the creation was still alive, you know, and she appreciated that. And eventually Avengers became Black Widow's home, you know, and you get to see the family that she's trying to hold together, or that she's trying to reunite, and just the people around her that she loves, you know, that matter to her, you know. And the whole time you're seeing this with different things throughout the entire film, and it's really, really good. Like the story, the things that they're going to is very exciting to finally see a bunch of women on the character. Like there's this movie, I forgot what it was. It was it was this TV show where basically racism is reversed, where like black people are like the white people in our society, where they are the power and the status, and they have all the money and wealth, and you see that. And I think they use the word wigger instead of the N-word. it's like a bad word. Um, Instead of it basically means the N word for white people. And like that was one of the first times ever where I seen a majority of the cast is African American people, and off the rip, just for that being together was great. Just like Black Panther was, again, one of the first times. I'm 23 years old. In my 23 years of life, both these were in recent memory in the last year or three. First time ever I'm seeing a majority cast of all black people, you know? It's not the help, you know? You're not a black person that's the help. You're not a black person that's a criminal. You're not a black person that's, you know, dead on TV. You're not a black person in prison, you know? You're a real, live human being and a character. And that's so special to watch, you know? And just to have a woman not being crying in a castle for an Oscar, you know? Actually kicking butt the entire time, you know, in a good film, in a big blockbuster Marvel movie, is in itself. It's different, it's special, and it's fun. It's well executed, and it matters that they're a woman because it's supposed to not matter. It's supposed to be ordinary. They're supposed to get a mix in the culture of all these different things, but that doesn't happen. And you get to watch it here. You get to watch Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson character, just have a life, you know, have life. Florence Pugh does a good job. She's also very cute, but she does a good job playing Yelena Bolivska. Rachel Weisz, Melinda Yostokovov. There's all these female characters that are really, really, really good characters. They did a good job. And then Taskmaster, played by Olga Kurylenko. She's a good character. She's like good, silent, bad apple type. To be able to play a character very well with a mask on without knowing who it is a delight. This whole movie is a little delight. It's fun. It has a good villain. Like, it's not a crazy blow the roof off the place villain, but it does have a good villain, which Marvel don't have a lot of villains. They had Killmonger, they had the Russian guy in this one, and maybe a couple others. Thanos was a good villain, but he was not like the Joker or stinking anyone in Marvel, anyone in DC that are just like straight up cold-hearted killers, you know? They're not that. But there's a good Russian villain who's, you know, he cares about himself. It's just a lot of he's like the corruption and all that stuff, you know, from that's in Russia, and just all but it also represents just the world, this corruption in the world, like people taking advantage of other people, and she has to do these missions. She has to go on this journey to basically track down her people, figure out her people, try and reunite and help her people, and kick butt of the bad guy who are threatening her people. And it is very a family message, even though there's a lot of drama and action and violence and things like that. Nobody really cares. We like violence. We like the real stuff, the rated R, the real life stuff. You can go PG when it needs to go PG. You can go PG-13, all stuff like that. But you want the truth. You want like realistic stories, and the good movies, the good characters can make you make believe. They can make believe, and they can make you feel like it's real. And this movie feel like it's real. You really feel for Scarlett Johansson, Natasha Romanoff, the entire movie, Scarlett Johansson character. You really care. Florence Pugh does a good job. Rachel Weisz does a good job. Olga Kurylenko does a good job. David Harbour does a good job of just being a very like family, like, you know, when they get together and they unite, you're like, oh yeah, the gang's back together. You actually like believe that. You actually see that. You actually care about that. When like Captain America be like, Avengers assemble, you might not be like, it's more just the hype of all the characters together, not like the family. But like this, when it's like, you know, old family assemble, it's like, you know, everyone's set in, and you're like, all right, they're all grown up, they're about to kick butt, they're all equipped like assassin spies that are like about to wreck stuff. They wreck stuff. It's cool. Black Widow just kicks butt all the time, and she does it all the time, and she does it just in very fluid. It's kind of like if you watch Kyrie Irving in basketball, he's like the most beautiful game ever. Because when you watch it, it's just beautiful. You can tell he's like a master in his craft. But just the way he moves is, without the ball itself, Kyrie Irving is elegant. Not to support his political or whatever stupid stuff he said, but just the way he moves with the ball, without the ball, is just magic, and it's so entertaining just watching it. It's just art. And watching Black Widow beat people up in art it's so fluid. She uses her body so well, and she's efficient. She's not like stinking. She is like Equalizer in a lot of ways. I want to say that she's a lot like Denzel Washington. In specific movies, but just in just like Denzel Washington as Equalizer, he doesn't waste time. He kills. He kicks butt. That's it. It's his job. He's a professional at it. This is not a movie. This is not a storybook or a comic book or fiction. They kick butt. Plain and simple. In 2 seconds, you're dead. These are professionals. And that's what Black Widow is in this movie. She's a professional. This is a professional hit squad. You need haymakers and super bad guys and super bad girls, or super bad guys, super bad gals, super bad women to beat them, okay? You don't show up with $2, a water gun, some candy bars, and a lollipop and think you're gonna, no, bro. You need haymakers and heavyweights and bazookas and shotguns and sledgehammers and, if you need it, scalpels, whatever. And that's what they got in Black Widow. And it is a good movie, good Marvel movie. Definitely, again, another very easy watch, very fun, and interesting dynamics, interesting characters. The directing wasn't like the greatest ever, so I didn't really write it down. I'm pretty sure it was also directed by a woman. I'm not sure. It might have been directed by a dude, but whatever. The directing was good. It didn't feel special, but the movie itself, the actors in this movie just really carried it, and made this movie a big blockbuster that deserved the money and success. Absolutely, Black Widow deserves sequels and her own franchise. She deserves 6-7 movies. It's fun to watch, Yeah. Anyways, it's good. And especially especially in professional wrestling, there's a fair majority, male or female, of sexism that goes on in professional wrestling, and people just don't understand in sports and professional wrestling and everything that women and men aren't the same. Their bodies aren't the same. Like, a dude could be 6'8" and heavy, A woman will be 5'4", There's not the same. I don't know what people be saying all this, but I'm not being sexist. I'm being straight up. That's just like biological fact. There's a difference. You can't expect a more muscular man versus a more flexible woman, and women are typically more flexible and nimble, to be able to demonstrate the same product. Not not product as in they can't. They're both humans who can and will do great and perform great and show greatness and be all time absolute barn burner performers. But when it comes to pro wrestling or movies or anything, people always get they always frustrate me how they think that especially in pro wrestling, you expect a woman, not a woman, but you expect these women wrestlers who don't have the same height or muscular to be able to run across a 20-foot ring, do a tope con hilo or whatever, and hit the guy with all, they expect, a lot of, and this is not just movies. I feel like this is just a world. People, male or female, this society and culture, they expect women to be men. To move like men, to talk like men, and a lot of the background of this movie, and also just pro wrestling and just in sports, especially the WNBA and things like that. Women and men don't move the same naturally. Men move different. Men do different things than women do, but they also do the same thing. We're all human beings, but don't expect the 6'8" jump across the ring to be the same as a 5'5" jump through the ring. Because there's a character in pro wrestling, because it's all production, it's all, people behind cameras trying to tell stories, and they are superheroes. Pro wrestlers are like kind of real live superhero type, It's like there's a wrestler named Sasha Banks. Her name is her real name is Mercedes something, but you can just look up Sasha Banks or whatever. And she was in Mandalorian or whatever. But she does a lot of wrestling moves that people don't like because they say it's a botch. And a botch is like when you mess up. But she's not messing up, She's going for it. She just doesn't have the same... She's not as big as the other guys, so she can't jump across the ring, and it won't look as spectacular. But she does do a really good job, and they'll be like, oh, it's a botch, it's a botch. Well, no. A lot of the women wrestlers are better wrestlers, especially on the developmental NXT, and have been for, like, basically the history of pro wrestling, better wrestlers than the male. The male wrestlers are, like... There's better female wrestlers by if you like pound for pound, better female wrestlers than there are male wrestlers. There's only 10 to 15 male wrestlers that are good. Most of the female wrestlers are really good, and that's just how it is. Like, especially across the world in the independent scene. And the same thing when it comes to movies and films. Don't expect like a male actor who does a lot of action movies to do the same stuff as, like, I just feel like people are just like, even like most women, like their feet when they walk are different. They don't have a penis. They don't have a cock, when they walk. So they're not walking with their legs spread further apart, Just anything, just movement, they're not gonna be all muscular, fire trucks, and all the stereotypical man stuff that's out there. And so don't expect that, and stop expecting women to be men. Appreciate a film, a movie for what it is. Stop being sexist and stop having these preconceived conception, and vice versa. Don't expect a man to be like a woman, And just respect to the LGBT community, but I'm just saying this as a general statement because it's a real thing. And Hollywood is full of men and full of male writers, full of male directors, full of male producers, and it's all it's been like this the whole time, and just everything in production in society, and this is a man's world, as they say, where it's like dominated the people with all the power, the people who own BlackRock and these sultans in Saudi Arabia, the oligarchs in Russia, just the billionaire CEOs and all the things like that. A lot of them are male, they're older men, and a lot of like CEOs and things like that are older men, So just the people in control and power are men, and that's why they say it's a men world. And it's displayed in art and production, and the people who can control how much time you see something or view something. A lot of time it's a dude, it's just one specific thing. It should be a mix of things. It should be where you don't have to worry about it, but it does matter because people's perceptions, the way people view movies and the way people watch movies. Yo, I am riled up, yo, dog. Oh my, I'm riled up out here in the park in nature. Anyways, like back to my sexy gorgeous face. Anyways. So just like, it's very frustrating when you be watching movies and people just expecting, you read reviews of critics and just so much backlash on just stuff. So just stop expecting things to be a certain way. Watch it and give it the respect it's due, and don't assume something from something else. Just watch a movie, watch a TV show, watch pro wrestling, watch a sport or basketball with the mind that this is a human being, being the best and doing the best they can and having fun and enjoying themselves. Don't expect something with some crappy criteria, Greatness is greatness. Scarlett Johansson is phenomenal and a top tier actor. And she carries this movie, and that's that. There's no other message to it, And the cast is great. This is a good movie. This is a good Marvel movie. Had it come out earlier and you had the freshness appeal to it, instead of seeing all these movies with this same kind of thing, it's top 7, hands down. In my opinion, it's top 15. But you could put it top 7 even now, you know? But I'm just saying, it's like, stop hating people. Stop disrespecting. Appreciate. You're never going to get judged by someone less than you. Just, you know, shoot for the stars and shoot for the moon. And if you land in the stars, that's pretty far, you know. Just live your life to the best possible. Don't let people dictate your life. Don't assume things. Human beings are human beings. Everyone's different. And when you really learn how people are different, you can understand how they're the same or have similarities. But really, everyone's different. Enjoy your life and don't judge people. Don't assume things. Literally, and you'll have so much more fun when you expand your mind. Always be challenging yourself. Always be expanding your mind and being open-minded and having fun. Like, I watch so many different movies. I listen to so much different music, and I have so much more fun. Like, education matters. Education is a basic human right that matters. That when you know more things and you can appreciate every single detail of this grass, of this nature, of the light, of the ground, of the wind, you know, of the living organisms under the earth, around me, you know, the human beings and the connectivity and the beautifulness of life and existing and all those aspects. If you could just take away all the stinking BS, you know, and just enjoy life, enjoy film, enjoy everything for what it is without these extra baggage or BS. I'm just gonna curse with all this other bullshit or crap in life and this all this butt toast poopiness, you know. Just live it up, enjoy it, and take it for what it is, and take it for what you see it is, and do your research and appreciate greatness. Because Scarlett Johansson is greatness. And just like thinking, Angelina Jolie is a great actor, you know. Just like, don't disrespect. Like, Black Widow is a good Marvel movie, and it's really good, you know. Like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it. It's a woman. Like, I've heard that before, and like that's madness and that's stupid, and we shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be modern slavery in the 21st century. The world should be a lot better than what it was. It's up to everyone to do their part and push the world to where it is. But to get back on track, you know, just watch stuff, enjoy things for what it is, and don't, you know, try and put whatever you were thought, or like, don't try and put extra things into something that's not there, you know. Just appreciate good content, appreciate good film, appreciate good TV, and, you know, expand your knowledge, be open-minded, have fun, you know. And I don't even like the character of Black Widow, but me watching this movie, Scarlett Johansson killed it, and she did a good job, and now I like the character of Black Widow. I'm interested in her spyness. Yeah. Excluding the whole war stuff, I want to learn. I've been slowly learning Russian, very very sparingly, and I do want to learn Russian, because I like. There's a lot of good like Russian pop music that's really good, and Russian rappers that are good. I want to learn German somewhere down the line, maybe 10 years down the line, because there's a lot of German rappers I like, and I'm just interested in the culture. Obviously no war. But it's just different cultures and different things I'm interested in that I want to learn about. I want to expand my knowledge. And that's just a natural and fun thing. You get to, you know, get another take, get another view, get another perspective in your life to add it. And that's fantastic. It's phenomenal. And there's no description for it, you know. Just, you know, smell the breath of fresh air and enjoy life, enjoy stuff. And enjoy Black Widow. Because it's a really stinking it's a really stinking good movie, and Scarlett Johansson is an A-lister. Boom bang. Woo!